Happy Monday. Today's workout is laces out. 18 minutes, as many rounds as possible. We want to complete at least 3, ideally 4 plus rounds. The workout starts with 6 bar muscle ups. Do a big jump and arch in front of the bar. Pull the hips up to the bar as you push down with straight arms. The higher you elevate your hips, the easier it is to transition above the bar and press out the dip. Then you'll move to a barbell. We're performing 9 push presses. Prescribed weight for men, 135. Prescribed weight for ladies, 95. We're going to do a small dip and drive. Once our hips extend, we lock out the thighs, knees, and core and press to finish with the barbell locked out overhead. We're trying to avoid re-dipping under the bar, perform a push press rather than a push jerk. After your 9th rep, you're going to lower the bar to the floor and perform 15 deadlifts. On the deadlifts, remember, we want to push the hips and knees back, keep the heels planted on the ground, pick a spot about 6 feet in front of you, and you can keep your eyes on that spot to make sure your back stays straight. The final movement is 21 wall balls. Hold the ball between your chin and eye level, sink down through a full squat, extend the hips. Ladies shoot to a 9-foot target, guys shoot for a 10-foot target. For the home gym variation of laces out, we'll perform 18 minutes, as many rounds as possible, of 6 strict pull-ups. Hang from the bar with the hands a little wider than the shoulders. Keep your core tight, don't use your hips for momentum, pull the chin up and over the bar. Then move to a pair of dumbbells. Prescribed weight is 50s for guys, 35s for ladies. Ideally pick a weight where you can do these 9 push presses unbroken. You'll pick up the dumbbells to the chest, that small dip of the hips and knees, extend the hips and knees, and then press the dumbbells overhead. Try to concentrate on locking out the elbows and making sure the arms are vertical at the top of the rep. It's easy to lock out and keep the dumbbells in front of you or kind of out to the side. Get that strong lockout overhead. Then you'll lower the dumbbells to the side of your hips. We're going to keep these deadlifts on the outside of the body, so keep your feet narrow, and then you'll touch one head of the dumbbell to the floor. When we do dumbbell deadlifts, make sure you're still focused on engaging the lower back and hamstrings by pushing the hips and knees back. A common mistake we see is people squatting down with a dumbbell deadlift, bending the knees too much. To engage the posterior chain, push the hips and knees back, just like that. Finally, instead of wall balls, we'll perform 21 jumping air squats. You're going to do a squat and get that extension and jump off the ground. Really important on these, make sure as you jump or lower into your next rep, you do not let your knees buckle together. Common mistake is when people come down, their knees buckle together. So engage those hip and glute muscles, drive the knees out for the duration of the rep. Today's body armor is 3 sets with 2 minutes rest between sets. We're going to perform a double kettlebell hang clean. Keep in mind, since you're using 2 kettlebells, this is going to feel much heavier than the traditional kettlebell. We're going to have our feet wide. We're going to pick up the kettlebells and swing them back through our hips like a regular kettlebell. Then think about performing a Russian swing, but at the top of the Russian swing, you're going to pull the elbows back, and that's going to help rotate the kettlebells into the front rack position. For the front rack position, we want the hands close together near the collarbone so that the kettlebell sits on top of that section between the upper arm and forearm. It should feel balanced, but it requires a lot of core strength to stabilize. After your 9th rep, keep the kettlebells in the front rack and perform a 50-foot front rack walking lunge. Gently touching the back knee to the floor, keeping the core engaged. After you finish your 50-foot kettlebell lunge, you're going to perform 1 set max unbroken strict ring dips. Jump to the top of the ring support. You're going to lower your chest forward until the shoulder passes below the elbow. Press up to lockout, as many reps as you can, unbroken.